Our world is about to witness something no one is prepared for. A second moon is currently hanging in the sky. Yes, you heard that right. We have two moons. The sky is no longer ruled by one light, but two. A rare phenomenon that sounds like science fiction has quietly become reality, and almost no one is talking about it. Two luminous bodies now share the same space, pulling at our tides, our emotions, and maybe even our fate. One moon has always been enough to stir the oceans, to shift human moods, to mark cycles of madness and creation. But now, there's another, a large asteroid. And the thing is, something strange happens when there's more than one force trying to pull at the human spirit. Two moons mean double the pull, double the pressure. If one moon can stir tides and emotions, imagine two working against each other. And if you feel aligned with this moment, feel free to drop 222 in the comments, along with your thoughts, in order to align yourself with this double lunar energy. The air feels heavier, the nights feel louder, and people everywhere can sense it, even if they can't explain why. It's as if human behavior is being rewritten under a stronger rhythm. Every emotion, every thought, every hidden desire is amplified. Calm people may feel restless. Restless people may feel unstoppable. The energy is volatile, creation and chaos happening at the same time. It's not just energy being doubled, it's the reflection of ourselves being mirrored. The first moon reveals what we already know. The second one exposes what we've been hiding. And once that mirror starts to turn toward us, that's when everything begins to shift. Because the real change isn't happening above us, it's already begun inside you. The presence of two moons is not just something you see, it's something you feel. Since this rare alignment began, many have noticed strange emotional shifts, bursts of energy that come and go, and moments where it feels like the heart is trying to process something it can't quite name. This is because when the sky changes, so does the human current beneath it. The moon has always been tied to emotion, but now that its pull is doubled, we are being stretched between two emotional frequencies at once. Some people might find themselves feeling everything more intensely: love, confusion, nostalgia, even fear, while others might feel strangely numb, as if the emotional signal has become too strong to decode. Both reactions are normal. What's happening is that the psyche is being exposed to a level of lunar interference we haven't experienced before. It's like two tides colliding, beautiful to look at, but impossible to resist. During this time, you may notice the resurfacing of long-forgotten desires or emotional memories you thought were closed chapters. Don't rush to fix them or understand them. Just notice them. This energy isn't here to hurt you. It's here to open doors that have been locked by habit or denial. When the moons multiply, the truth does too. This event acts as a mirror for your emotional depth. It brings to light what still lives beneath the surface. It's not chaos, it's clarity being born in a storm. And as the two moons continue their silent dance, we are being asked one question. Are you willing to see what's finally being revealed? If your intuition has been feeling off lately, if you're second-guessing your instincts or sensing mixed signals from the universe, you're not imagining it. The energetic interference of two lunar forces is scrambling the frequencies of intuitive perception. What used to feel like a clear inner voice might now sound like overlapping whispers. You might find yourself misreading synchronicities, assuming that every coincidence means something, or feeling like nothing means anything at all. The emotional compass that once pointed true north is now spinning between two magnetic fields. When the sky divides, so does your intuition. This is not a failure of intuition, it's a call to recalibrate. You're being asked to stop relying on the surface-level clarity and start trusting the resonance instead. If something feels too loud or too faint, don't panic. Listen to what vibrates beneath it. The dual moons are teaching us to sense through distortion, to find harmony between two opposing frequencies. Think of this moment as a test of energetic balance. When two forces are pulling from opposite directions, only those centered in awareness can stay grounded. This means pulling your energy inward, trusting your internal rhythm more than external signs. Intuition is not about knowing. It's about remembering the sound of your own truth amid the noise. As these twin moons continue their alignment, the veil between instinct and confusion will thin. The ones who can adapt, who can feel beyond the distortion, will discover that their intuition isn't breaking. It's upgrading into something far more powerful. Every great awakening begins with a disturbance, and what we are experiencing now, this strange doubling of lunar power, is the kind of disturbance that cracks open the deepest parts of the human spirit. For centuries, people have sought signs of transformation in the heavens, and this rare event feels like one of them. When two moons pull at Earth, they are not just moving oceans, they are pulling at the waters within us. Our emotions, our memories, our truths that have been sitting still for too long. Many people right now are feeling a kind of inner friction, a quiet unease, an unexplainable discomfort, like something inside is trying to shift but doesn't know which way to go. This is the beginning of the awakening process. Before the light expands, it shakes the cage that contains it. What feels like restlessness or confusion is actually the body and soul realigning to hold more awareness, more sensitivity, and more truth. This energetic surge acts like a magnifying glass for the soul. Every suppressed emotion, every buried desire, every ignored intuition starts surfacing. Some might call it chaos, but in reality, it's the energy of alignment, the natural process of becoming honest with yourself. We often think awakening is peaceful, but in truth, it begins with a storm. That storm is happening within millions of people right now. It's the emotional earthquake before the foundation is rebuilt. You might notice yourself questioning everything, the people around you, your routines, your beliefs, even your sense of time. It's as if the second moon is holding up a mirror and asking, who are you, really, when the world turns strange? And as uncomfortable as that sounds, that's exactly what evolution feels like. Discomfort is not punishment. It's the signal that you're outgrowing the version of yourself that could survive in the old light. For some, this event will awaken dormant creativity. For others, it will ignite the courage to leave behind the life they've been pretending to love. Every part of your being that has been silenced will start to hum again. The surge is not here to destroy your balance. It's here to force you into authentic alignment. And once this wave passes, you'll notice that the chaos didn't break you. It revealed what was unshakable all along. Since ancient times, people have whispered about the moon's strange power over human behavior, how it could draw out the irrational, awaken wild instincts, or blur the line between sanity and mystery. The word lunacy itself comes from the moon. But now, with two moons influencing Earth's field, we are stepping into an era where that folklore may begin to feel uncomfortably real. If one moon stirs the tide, two moons stir the storm. The double lunar presence amplifies everything the moon already governs: emotion, instinct, and the subconscious mind. This means people all around the world may begin to act, feel, or dream in ways that defy logic. Strange dreams may become more vivid, emotions may fluctuate rapidly, and suppressed impulses might find their way to the surface in unexpected ways. It's not madness. It's exposure. The dual moons act like cosmic spotlights, illuminating the hidden corners of the psyche that we've tried to keep in the dark. You might notice people being more reactive, more sensitive, or even more passionate. This isn't just personal, it's collective. Humanity's emotional field is being stretched, and under this tension, the raw truth of who we are begins to leak through. That's why conflicts flare, relationships intensify, and moods shift without warning. The two moons are not creating chaos out of nowhere. They are pulling chaos out of us from the places we've hidden it. Some may experience this as exhaustion or sleeplessness, others as an adrenaline rush that makes it hard to rest. It's the same lunar current manifesting differently in each person. And in that unpredictable wave, something powerful is happening. The release of ancient emotional residue. The kind of release that civilizations once feared and prophets once welcomed. The moon doesn't make us crazy, it makes us honest. In the coming nights, expect the world to feel slightly off balance, as if everyone's walking through the same shared dream. But within that instability lies the chance for awareness, unlike anything we've experienced. The second moon amplifies not only what we feel, but what we hide. It draws truth out like the tide draws secrets from the shore. And if we can ride this phase without losing ourselves to the madness, we might just find that what looks like chaos is actually revelation. When two moons rise, they don't just light the sky, they split it. The night itself becomes a reflection of duality, light and dark, truth and illusion, seen and unseen. And just like the sky, we too become divided. The presence of two lunar forces means that everything hidden within us is now being exposed under doubled light. Every lie we've told ourselves, every habit that no longer fits, every relationship that runs on borrowed energy, all of it becomes visible. Two moons don't create light. They reveal what was never in shadow to begin with. This event doesn't simply shine on us, it reflects us. The second moon acts like a cosmic mirror, turning our lives into visible blueprints of alignment and distortion. You might notice certain patterns resurfacing, people reappearing from your past, old emotions that don't match your current life, or an inner pull to question what you once accepted as normal. These are not coincidences. Under dual moonlight, the truth can't hide behind routine anymore. The energy of this moment demands honesty, even the kind that feels uncomfortable. You may find yourself looking at someone and realizing that what once felt stable now feels foreign. You might feel detached from environments that used to feel safe, or feel drawn to something you can't logically explain. That's the mirror working. It's not just reflecting your external world. It's showing the vibration that no longer resonates. The second moon acts like a filter, separating authenticity from imitation. Spiritually, this is where the illusion begins to collapse. The light of two moons doesn't allow for half-truths. It multiplies them until they can no longer hold form. That's why things may feel like they're falling apart. In reality, what's happening is that everything false is losing its reflection. Dual light burns through every disguise until only truth remains. This is the moment when relationships either deepen or dissolve, when beliefs either strengthen or disintegrate, when identities built on survival give way to identities built on authenticity. It's not punishment, it's purification. The mirror of dual moons forces every soul to face its own reflection, not the one we show the world, but the one the universe has always seen. And the more we resist this reflection, the more distorted things will appear around us. So if life feels like a hall of mirrors right now, that's because it is. We're being asked to stop looking outward for clarity and to start looking at the reflection that stares back within. Because only by facing that image can we move beyond duality and remember the unity that exists behind it. This isn't just a personal transformation, it's a planetary one. Humanity itself is mirroring the chaos of the two moons. Look around. Social tension, emotional volatility, confusion in leadership, people turning on each other for reasons they can't even articulate. It's as if the collective human psyche has become the ocean, and the dual lunar forces are pulling it in opposite directions. The world feels unstable because, energetically, it is. As above, so below, when two moons collide, humanity remembers its fracture. This rare alignment is forcing global consciousness to confront its own reflection. The same duality that lives inside each person, logic versus emotion, ego versus essence, now plays out on the world stage. Countries are polarized, ideologies are clashing, and truth itself feels split in two. But beneath that chaos, something incredible is happening. Evolution. The world is being pushed toward a higher awareness, one that can no longer rely on old systems of illusion and comfort. People everywhere are beginning to sense that something deeper is unfolding. Even those who don't believe in energy or astrology can feel the unease. The sense that the air is charged, that time feels different, that collective emotions are running hotter than usual. It's not just politics or circumstance, it's energy. The emotional field of humanity is resonating with the same instability that two moons create when they share the same orbit. You'll notice people acting out, breaking down, or breaking free. These are all symptoms of collective recalibration. When the sky changes, the psyche follows. The unrest you see in the world is not destruction, it's detox. Humanity is purging lifetimes of suppressed emotion, outdated systems, and false beliefs about power and separation. And as messy as it looks, this is exactly what collective healing requires: exposure before evolution. The Earth is mirroring its people, and its people are mirroring the sky. This energetic triangle, human, Earth, and cosmos, is sinking for the first time in recorded memory. The pressure we feel globally is simply the growing pain of consciousness expanding faster than comfort allows. And once this phase passes, we'll look back and realize that what seemed like chaos was actually the moment the world began to wake up. Two moons, one planet, billions of souls, all vibrating through the same storm. But storms don't last forever. They clear the air, reset the balance, and remind us that peace isn't the absence of turbulence, it's what's born after it. When humanity survives the reflection, it earns the right to see itself clearly. Every great shift comes with uncertainty, and this double lunar alignment is pushing us straight into it. The two moons don't just mark a rare event. They symbolize the threshold between what we know and what we've never experienced before. Humanity has always tried to control the rhythm of life, but this is the kind of energy that refuses to be controlled. It bends logic, challenges our assumptions, and reminds us that we were never meant to have all the answers. Growth doesn't come from what you understand. It comes from what you're willing to face without understanding. This is the energy of surrender, not weakness, but trust. The presence of two moons creates a rift in certainty. It's as if the universe is saying, stop seeking stability in the familiar. We are being asked to walk through the fog without a map, to trust intuition over intellect, and to allow mystery to become a teacher again. For many, this will feel like standing on the edge of something immense, not dangerous, but deeply unknown. You might find yourself questioning paths you thought were secure, feeling pulled toward opportunities or people that defy logic. That's the point. The dual moons act like a cosmic initiation, a test of how much you're willing to release control and move with the current instead of fighting it. The unknown is not your enemy. It's the birthplace of every version of you that hasn't lived yet. If you can lean into this phase instead of resisting it, something profound happens. Fear transforms into curiosity. You stop needing to predict the outcome and start trusting the unfolding. This moment in time is not meant to make sense. It's meant to wake up the part of you that thrives without certainty. Because in a universe that's shifting this fast, control is an illusion. But faith, that's real power. Every ending hides a beginning, and this double lunar alignment is the opening of something extraordinary, a portal of rebirth. When two moons share the same sky, they don't just illuminate the night, they ignite the dormant parts of the soul. It's as if reality itself is inviting you to step into a new frequency, one where limitation and hesitation no longer fit. Rebirth doesn't happen when the world changes. It happens when you decide to change with it. This energy is fertile, electric, and unpredictable. It awakens creativity, courage, and forgotten dreams, buried under routine. People might suddenly feel inspired to create, to speak, to start over. Not because they planned it, but because the universe is pushing them into alignment with who they were meant to be all along. It's like the air itself is charged with potential, daring you to act. The portal isn't something you walk through, it's something you become. The moment you let go of what you've been clinging to, the old identity, the familiar fear, the energy shifts. New people, new ideas, and new paths begin to appear where there was once only resistance. And this time, it's not about chasing purpose, it's about embodying it. The same moonlight that exposed your shadows is now lighting the road ahead. So if you've been waiting for a sign to move forward, this is it. Two moons aligned, not to confuse us, but to remind us that rebirth always begins in darkness. And as they drift apart and the night returns to one light again, something inside of you will remain permanently changed. You'll realize that the chaos, the emotion, the confusion, it all had a purpose. Because sometimes the universe has to shake the sky just to wake the soul. There's something undeniable in the air, something that makes the night feel heavier, almost sentient. The moment darkness falls, it's as if the atmosphere thickens, vibrating with an awareness that wasn't there before. You can feel it in your skin, in your pulse, even in your breath. The world feels quieter, yet more alive, like the sky itself is breathing differently. The usual stillness of night has been replaced by a hum, a silent, rhythmic energy that seems to sync with the beating of your own heart. When the sky begins to breathe, it's because the universe is listening. People across the world are starting to notice it. The air feels charged, as if the moonlight has weight. Nights that used to feel calm now carry a strange intimacy, a feeling that you are not alone. Not in a fearful way, but in a deeply aware one. You might catch yourself looking up more often, drawn to the moon without understanding why. It feels closer somehow, almost conscious, like it's watching us, studying how we move, how we react, how we adapt. And maybe that's the point. Maybe the moon isn't just reflecting light anymore. Maybe it's reflecting us. This isn't imagination. This isn't paranoia. It's perception, expanding beyond its old limits. The energetic shift in the sky is amplifying human sensitivity. The magnetic fields, the gravitational pull, the subtle interplay of forces, they're all tuning our senses like strings on an instrument. You might find your intuition sharper at night, your emotions louder, or your dreams more vivid. It's because the night has become more than just the absence of daylight. It's become a living field of consciousness, mirroring the heightened state of the collective mind. The ancients used to say that the moon reveals what the sun hides. And now, with the doubling of lunar light, nothing remains fully concealed. The night is teaching us to see without sight, to feel what cannot be measured. It's no longer just a backdrop for stars. It's an active force of transformation, transmitting frequencies that awaken parts of the psyche we forgot existed. You may notice random memories resurfacing, spontaneous insights appearing, or moments of emotional vulnerability that seem to come out of nowhere. That's not coincidence. That's resonance. Awareness feels like being watched only to those who've forgotten they're part of what's watching. For those who can sit still beneath this sky, something extraordinary happens. You begin to feel connected to everything. The whisper of the wind, the distant glow of the horizon, the quiet movements of unseen life. The separation between the observer and the observed dissolves. You are no longer looking at the moon, you're in conversation with it. This is the gift of the dual moons. The reminder that awareness is not something you have, it's something you share with existence itself. And as this continues, the nights will not return to how they were. Even when one of the moons eventually fades from sight, the memory of this deeper awareness will remain. The feeling that the sky once came alive to meet you, that the universe once turned its gaze back toward Earth, that will linger. Because once the night breathes in your direction, you never forget the sound of it. The moon doesn't watch you, it remembers you. But two lights, two mirrors in the sky, reflecting everything we are and everything we've been avoiding. It's almost poetic that at the moment we feel most divided as a species. The heavens mirror that duality back to us. The second moon isn't a symbol of destruction. It's a cosmic reminder that creation and chaos are not opposites. They are partners in the dance of evolution. Duality isn't conflict. It's the conversation through which the universe learns about itself. The world right now feels pulled between extremes: light and dark, truth and illusion, faith and fear. But this is exactly what growth looks like on a planetary scale. Just as night and day coexist to sustain life, chaos and harmony are working together to refine the human spirit. Every era of advancement begins with disruption, and this moment is no different. Two moons above us signify a split in perception, not in destiny. They are showing us that contrast is the birthplace of awareness. The second moon isn't a warning, it's a revelation. It's holding up a mirror to everything we've refused to see. The parts of humanity that thrive in compassion, and the parts still lost in greed and ego. The systems that still work, and the ones that have long expired but continue out of habit. The second light doesn't create the shadows, it exposes where we've been standing in them. This isn't about punishment, it's about perspective. Because for the first time, Earth is being illuminated from two directions, and that means our vision can no longer stay one-sided. In this new kind of night, everything feels different. The horizon seems wider, the silence deeper, the stars brighter. Humanity itself has become more awake, even if we don't yet realize it. We are beginning to feel what the Earth has always known, that evolution doesn't happen when everything makes sense. It happens when uncertainty cracks us open, when reality expands faster than our explanations can keep up. That's where consciousness grows, in the tension between what is and what's becoming. As the two moons continue to hang over us, they mark the beginning of a collective initiation. The light of one teaches us stability, the light of the other teaches us surrender. Together, they pull us toward balance, toward integration. Harmony is not the absence of conflict, it's the wisdom to dance within it. We are learning that duality is not something to be feared, but something to be mastered. To live under two lights is to see through two perspectives, the one that grounds you in reality and the one that reminds you that reality is always expanding. If you're still watching, I'd like to thank you for your attention. If you enjoyed the content and want to see more, please consider clicking the subscribe button. Your support is very appreciated. Feel free to share your experiences or thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, take care and subscribe for more insightful content.